Good evening, everybody. My brown Bata slipper. These are my new brown Bata slippers. But today I will be presenting to you about my very first pair of brown Bata slippers. There are many things that play a significant role in our daily lives. Furthermore, there are countless items we wear that are necessity in our life. I could say the same about shoes. I never realized the importance of pairs of shoes until the day my life changed forever. I was forced to leave my homeland at age 21. The Civil War was a conflict between Tamils and Sinhalese. As a result, the Sinhalese troops began violent, and it was no longer safe for Tamils to live in Sri Lanka. Thus, I began my journey for New World. I started my journey in Jaffna, where I was born and raised. Then I traveled to one of the prominent cities in Sri Lanka called Vavuniya. Here, I was able to seek permission and was granted consent to reach the capital city, Colombo. Since the Sinhala government blocked off highways, most of my journey had to be on foot. I couldn't bring much with me. I left home wearing flip-flops because I was going to be walking near water. I couldn't wear more shoes because they wouldn't survive the journey to come. First, I had to catch a small boat to cross the lake. There were other people who were fleeing the country for the same reason. Everyone had to walk 5 hours to just simply reach the boat. As I walked, the Bata slippers seemed happy. They made a sound, sadag, sadag. But as I continued my journey, the slippers suffered. They refused to cooperate with me. My feet sweated. The slippers often slipped off, and the hot, dry sand burnt my skin. I had to walk about 2 kilometers. One of my slippers broke. The group was moving fast. The others were far in front of me. I was frightened. Nobody could stop to help me because it was dangerous. There were Sinhalese troops out on watch, and slowing down only make us vulnerable. I tried to fix my broken slippers with a safety pin. I continued. After 10 feet, the safety pin started poking my foot. So I carried my slippers and walked barefoot for a while. The pathway was very rough. Small stones hurt my feet, and it felt almost as if I was walking on fire. Eventually, I reached the boat. As we crossed the lake, the cool breeze from the water felt soothing. My feet were finally at rest. Once the boat stopped, I got up and continued to walk, wearing the same broken Bata slippers, which were once brown in color but had now turned gray. They now made sound, sadag, sadag. The end of their life was near. They broke again, so I walked through the forest while holding the slippers in my hand. I was so tired. Finally, I arrived at the center point, which is where the officers identify you and give the consent to leave the city. I had to stand and wait in a line. Finally, I received permission. I was able to go as far as Vavuniya, but not the capital city of Colombo, which is the story for another time. I stayed in Vavuniya for 3 years because it was safe and convenient. This was only the beginning of journey to Canada, but the end with my slippers. I didn't throw out my worn-out Bata slippers until I bought a new one I was now living. When I threw them out, I wholeheartedly thanked them for being there for me throughout my entire journey, a journey that changed my life. Thank you.